Now connected to iPhone. We could just get married. So just go for something. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. Now you're gonna tell me you're kidding, right? Nope. Now I'm gonna tell you I'm pregnant. Dan, thanks for coming.
Your daughter went into labor. She's only 7 months pregnant.
Well, it's way too early to deliver.
She's going to have to deliver the baby.
Searching for truth for you.
Daughter is just being so premature. The lungs are not sufficiently developed for her to breathe on her own. At this point, she can't even try.
Is there any point to this? Or in some instances, these parents decide. What's the answer, David? We have a question. Why was my baby born prematurely? Why is it probably going to die? She a long life. Oh my! You've got quite a strength. You are stronger than your life.
Our granddaughter will be coming home shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Harris of the Counter View.
For me, minorities are not the problem. They are. And if they need to look at it and fix themselves. Nobody should feel like that. They felt like that because they know it. They've heard their probably say racist jokes sitting at the table.
When you're sitting at the table.
But that's, you're the fucking are. I don't see white people doing damn good enough. They don't that's not some stupid station. That's bad. You didn't even give them. And I'm tired of hearing it.
Good job.
I don't have a place to live. I'm not I'm discriminated against from people. Not as bad as who is darker than me, but who cares?
Well, I don't see it.
My brother couldn't even get a job because of his hair. And people want to sit here and say, it's our fault.
That was somebody else. Would have submitted to them, they would have got the job.
I'm watching a lot of white people walk all over ugly ass drug lords looking like 2 idiots. They're very crazy. And are you going to get a job for being unprofessional? But they're watching and they'll be fired. They're not professional. It pisses me off. People have to look within themselves to figure out why they feel that way and what's wrong with them. At first, I don't hate all white people, but it's starting to piss me off. No one had anything to say when that girl sat on my live stream and said that black people deserve racism. And then even, I didn't even hear her. And then tell me until after we got to the life with her. They want to care about racism. And when people are calling me the N-word, they're dead silent. But yet, if I say something about white people, they're mad. What are we doing with video? Nobody talks about how to keep the home. And more than that, he's talking about himself. Which was racist for himself. Nobody except the few people make videos. When I say something about white people, now people throwing them out. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. Okay? I don't want people to get mad at my mom or get mad at me, but I'm sick and tired of hearing it. No, don't speak up when I'm getting when I'm facing racism. When people are talking to me, you did speak up when people were telling Monique to do that to herself, and I have to block it. Then you sit there and say you don't see that shit when you see it. That's the problem. I'm gonna get down to the thing.
I paid that anyone says.
The ones that are nice to me don't make me. It's just when I get bothered every time they want to an attack towards them. That's what people that kind of mask not being racist do. They act like they get so offended over what a minority says, but they don't know anything about it. Who's to blame for Trump being in office? White people, indigenous people, and Hispanics, and Latinos. Those are the demographics of people that voted for Trump. Look at that. The only people that didn't vote for Trump, you didn't even vote at all. You didn't even vote at all because you have medical issues. I wanted to die, but I was too big for the honor. We don't have a place. We don't have a place to send it to. We're going to send it. So no traffic of people that voted for Kamala Harris was black women. Everyone else voted for Trump. And that's, yeah, she has medical issues. I'm not going to tell people unless she wants me to tell them. I have osteoporosis. No. I'm carrying everything around. But you have bladder problems. You can't go by bus anywhere to see the pee yourself. Yeah, I have to be next to her. She doesn't use the restroom all the time, but that's why we're out of places with new restrooms the whole time. All time you're in the restroom and I eat it so bad, I can't hold it. But I have, because of my thyroid problem, I have thyroid. Yeah, I'm she wouldn't have been able to make it by bus because she would have peed herself. I didn't want to say that because those people would make fun of you for that. Yeah, they ain't going to be laughing when they get to be my age. Elderly people feel hard. She wouldn't have made it by bus. And it's funny because I don't know how they were deciding and how they changed, you know? Well, you have no right to talk when you were laughing about SA. So I would suggest you be quiet. But actually I can't say the word.
I should take it if I don't want to fight.
You know, the other part, you were laughing. And I still have that in charge. So let's not sit here and act like you're a good person, Laura. You still can't even be as disturbed. And now people turn their eyes and say you didn't do it when you did. And then I took a screenshot and showed it, and nobody, they didn't fight. Listen, if you get that about you know, Chippy talks about anti victims, and not in a good way either. So, I never said she enjoyed it. I said that came from Space Kitten. I don't know where you got that from. It's literally in our messages. I can go pull that up. She came to me and said, okay.
I can offer you a better
Space Kitten came to me and said Angie lied about being raped by Wilbur, her ex. She admitted she went to meet to cheat with my brother. And then told people she had to happen to her, which was a lie, because it didn't happen. She didn't want to admit she cheated. I don't victim blame people.
You're a good hunter, Carlos.
You don't know them in real life. Go meet her in real life then. You'll see.
Come on.
You guys never met exactly how she is in real life. You think I'm from my mind because she makes you believe it. She's manipulative. She's a narcissist. She acts like we're the problem. She's the problem. I am not messing with this girl. I don't know what she's doing. I don't say anything to her. Every now and then she attacks me. For no reason. And I literally repeated what Space Kitten told me in the messages. I didn't say that myself. I said Space Kitten said that. And I have the messages to prove it. You're just sticking up for somebody who lied and want somebody to be known as a rapist because they cheated. That's not right. Why should he be like that? Did he go to court? Did he go to jail? Is he convicted? Or somebody something they're not? I'm not going to call him that. I'm not going to call somebody that I never met. I don't know you. That's a conversation between me, Space Kitten and him. And Space Kitten with me, but also having conversations with him. I'm not going to label you somebody that I never met that I know doesn't have a record. And you know, I know this is true. When we went to put her on the lease because she had $2,000 worth of damages. Space Kitten told me, Space Kitten said she had $2,000 worth of damages. And I believe that was Wilbur's fact that she took us to go on in the front of line. Because he was mad at him. And he said he had to take his cat to the vet. Because the cat almost passed away because she threw it at the wall. I was like, okay, I need to see the vet those things, you know. I have to see proof.
They'll keep sharp to watch you.
When we went to put her on the lease, the officer told them she can't do anything. She had $2,000. She had $2,000 somewhere. So, why would you damage an apartment that you must not pay? Huh? And then you want to sit here? You want me to sit here and believe this girl that I know her in real life? I've known her since we were both together in high school. This girl is a compulsive liar. When I sat in the cafe with her, when we were apart, her sister told her, her brother was doing this and stuff. Mind you, he didn't give a fuck if we didn't have brother's lunches that he was supposed to take for lunch. Those weren't even their lunches. They were eating his lunches that he needed to take with him from work. How are you going to eat somebody else's food? We're sitting in the cabrio. We're sitting in the cabrio, and here she comes, right, she's sitting there, and she just all of a sudden randomly just tells me, I know your mom lost her baby. I lost the baby when I was 16. I got hit by a car or something. But I don't know why she told me that. And I was like, I got sorry. Then I realized, every time something happens to her, she says it happens to her. She's like, me too. Oh, that happened to me too. Let me tell you a story when this happened to me. That she's trying to relate to people. It's weird. And I felt sorry for her then. But then I realized, when she was having someone come to beat up my brother for a pack of cigarettes, her mom would have not allowed her to be pregnant at 16. She would have really got it. Her mom is strict. She's lying to the internet to get sympathy because she wants you guys to feel bad because she doesn't want you guys to know she's a horrible person. If she wasn't, all of her family would hate her. Brothers, sisters, brothers, never gonna remember her. She leaves me a nasty message or a text me. I was pregnant. But you're going to say my family when I know the most of my life. She's a compulsive liar. She's a manipulator. It's always their problem, not hers. Nobody's listening. Well, she never been like before. But it didn't look hard for her. I'm not bullying anybody. By me. Yeah, it's because they said I bullied her. That's not bullying. That's like that someone's a liar. How is that bullying? No. I shouldn't have to be censored. See, she's reporting my life and she knows the truth. I think that's when I got flagged. If I wasn't saying anything that wasn't true, it would have got flagged. They'll send it to her and then she'll write in after message like she did earlier. Yesterday, I believe. Leave my family out of it. We're house what? You threaten me? You want to prove it for the pew-pew? You said my brother had the pew-pew, but you only hear me with you. Why do you tell people that? She won't tell people that she always threatens people. And pew-pew them. She's the one who has the weapon. She's the violent one. She even said she was going to jump me, and I never even talked about beating her. I never even talked about fighting her. That's the problem. She's the one that's always over here being violent with everybody, including the ones that took care of her dog when she did it. Imagine telling people you're going to pay them $200 to watch your dog, but then you're threatening to kill them. Because they won't give you your dog because you own them. It's only fair, right? They have a right to use your dog. They want their $200. You should have promised them and then throw a tantrum and not pay them. Yeah, she didn't want to take it. No, she was, but she threw a tantrum. She got in one of her moods and decided she wasn't going to pay them. Then she threatened violence on them. Threatened violence on him and his family, but they were just kind enough, nice people to take her dog that had nowhere to go. That's wild. I don't need to mind my own business because it is my business. And you know what? You must up with the damn dog because she had no money to take it. My brother paid $200 to take that dog off those people's hands to run it out of the home because that dog can have it. You know what? It is when my brother has to take out my car because he has to wash her cats because she has no place. So it is my business. My brother shouldn't have to do anything nice for her. What has she done for his father when he was asking all the time?
It makes it our business. She's still making it on.
I'm tired of others coming from the new animal. And I think that he's an abuser. And I'm an abuser. And I said, I can't say anything to him. This poor animal is not going to have anywhere to go. I never feel like that's for an animal. Because she continues to keep getting animals. She got peaches. She knew she couldn't have peaches. And I knew that was her cat. Excuse me. I even told my mom and my brother that that's her cat.
I told Bearing and she didn't wind up being.
I already know this stuff. This girl expects us to take these animals in. And I'm an animal person. And I don't want those to see those animals in a situation. So I keep them in. Animals are going to be he's going to have to find a home. Why are you adopting a cat? You know which one you have. You adopted a cat for us to have to find a home for it. The shelter could have found a home where the cat could have went to a home that could have took it. No, you put the cat into our home, another home. And we're going to go right back to her. And we're not you don't know. Outside in the cage at night, locked up in a cage right outside her house. Because that's what her mom did. Threw her cats outside. Mind you, the first time we knew about her cats was because her mom put her cats outside and it was thundering and lightning and it was raining.
Something about, yeah. Yeah. And I said, yeah, I gotta live with that every day knowing that you have the cat.
She kicked and she hit her cat. My brother witnessed it. That's why he called animal control. He was mad one time. And then he felt bad. And I said, why should you feel bad? You're trying to make sure those animals are well cared for. No, but none of y'all getting their care. We were the ones feeding her cats because she wasn't feeding it. I wasn't. My mom was. I got pissed off because I said, why should I have to take care of someone else's pet? Because if I do that, they're going to get comfortable enough to make us take care of my cat. They're going to come up and take care of my cat. Let me get another person to take care of this. No one has anything to say. No one has anything to say. They don't tell that girl. She never has to hold responsibility for how just that she does. She gets away without being held accountable for things. She went to court. Yeah. She went to court and lied and told the judge she was working with kids when she was working for security. You have the whole audacity to go to court and lie under oath. What's wrong with you?
Committee notice. The court.
They don't look into it what job you have. She just told them she worked with kids. They have to go what her word says, even if you lie on their oath. They're not going to check to see where you work. Because it wasn't. She didn't have to provide where she worked. It was just a restraining order. which, mind you, she was under investigation for touching the students. So I was concerned because I was like, why is she working with kids again and she's under investigation for touching students? I was going to say something to the judge, but then I said, you aren't here for that. It's a she.
Or she. What is it? I'm not here for that.
Yeah, because it was about a restraining order. The cop advised me to get. Mind you, if she wasn't a bad person, why was the cop telling me to get a restraining order? And the only reason why she went and filed a restraining order on my brother is because she wanted to make it look like he was doing something to her. And she also wrote in her restraining order that she was afraid he was going to unalive her. She lied and said he had a weapon. I saw what she put in her restraining order. The lady was even shocked because I remember like the thing where they ask you if you have any weapons, if any weapons were involved, but she literally showed us because she found it odd when my brother said no, and then that's when she had wrote it down. She lied. She legit lied. You ain't in fear of your life. If you was in fear of your life, why were you chasing someone down for a Mustang you never owned, driving erratically with your boyfriend at the time?
And going after my son, going ex.
They were using their car as a weapon. That was a weapon. But she didn't fear of your life. No, but they were literally chasing him down. Because he was minding his business, making money. And here they come. Excuse me, they saw him, and the guy turned around and started chasing him.
They're in fear of their lives.
And he didn't even engage with them. He said that's the car, and he ignored it. He didn't even call them to do anything. They turned around and started chasing him down. The guy kept talking tough, saying he was going to beat him up. That guy ain't nothing but a POS, a piece of...
How funny is it for you to say you're afraid of somebody, but you're chasing after them? It makes sense to me.
All the time she lied to my brother, saying, oh, they doxed me. They're sending people to my house, and this was before anybody knew where she lived. Because we were getting doxed. We were having people sent to our house. Oh, so now it has to happen to her too. Nobody was there. And then threatening me, telling me, if you talk about my family one more time, what are you going to do? You're already a shitty person. But yeah, people don't see that because they see someone who portrays themselves as a good person online. That's what you see online. You don't see what I see in person. And I didn't do anything to her. I didn't do anything to her.
Well, they see it online too.
When Space Kitten came to me with all of that stuff, I literally was still like I was I tried telling people, and she said, you were right. You tried telling me, and I didn't listen. I'm not even gonna say her all their family business either because it's bad what I received, and I still have those messages. Mind you, people started showing up to her house. That's why her sister had to change her schedule at work because it was no longer safe for the kids to go there because someone showed up. Recently, like last year, this year, I think. And so much has happened, I don't even... It might have been this year.
It was when you got Sugar's Punch.
No, I think it was before then, maybe.
Mike's off.
I don't know.
7:33 minutes time.
33 minutes, starting now.
Or she didn't take me to court. She did. Restraining order on her. The police advised me to. After what he saw, he said you should get a restraining order too, because if his goes through, you need one, but because she'll still be able to come around and mess with you. Because if you both get a restraining order, she won't be able to come around. And that was when we showed him and we told him about when she said she stole my phone and smashed it. And I was still trying to be like, well, maybe she didn't. You know, I still didn't want to be rude. I could have. But I said, no, fuck it. I'm gonna say it. And what happened? It was a good thing I did, because she did tell everyone. Nobody called her a thief. She wasn't paying that phone bill. So why did she have the right to damage someone's property? Even if he decided to give me that phone, or they did, because it was a free line, I kept up the phone bill as best as I could. Because she didn't even have the audacity to say, hey, I can't pay it anymore. She let it pile up, so I can't pay it. That's irresponsible. What kind of adult does that?
So I'm sorry. If you want to continue phone sorry, you have to pay for it.
I would have gladly taken the phone bill up. She wants to lie to people and say she slept in her room all day. She never did nothing. What was she doing when she quit her job? She was laying in the bed all day, wasn't she?
Yeah. And I wasn't.
She lived with us.
I wasn't expecting her to come clean my house or do anything.
So when you live with someone's parents, shouldn't you at least offer to help pay their bills? Did she offer to help pay your bills? So she was expecting to live rent free.
But at least clean the room you sleep in, which she never did.
Yeah, there was her empty cans, or her empty big old cups of Coke she never finished.
Yeah, half empty. And I would go in there and have
Let us hunt.
Man,
soda cans, newspapers.
that room was so bad, no wonder why we had roaches. That's personally the people.
I have food.
She took, no, because she took a picture of that dirty bed, that black bed, but she was sleeping in that bed. So I don't know why she took that photo to other people. She was the one sleeping in it. And you know why she used to sleeping in it? Because her bed's the exact same way. And it's not because of, you know,
And
it's because of her cats pissing and shitting on her bed.
oh, the bed was black because the sun was just tired of the it had nothing to do with it being
You also live in a desert, so everything is dusty. Her bed is black and dirty because the cats pissed and shit on it. Her room bedroom is the kitty litter box. She doesn't, that's why her parents don't want her there, because she doesn't know how to clean up after them.
I don't know if some of the stuff in that bedroom was that, but he was.
I know what was his because he doesn't drink Dr. Pepper. She's the one who loves Dr. Pepper. Don't you think that was his stuff? Was talking? He was talking.
No, but I was gonna say, but you know what? We come out and say the trash and start raining, and then he told me one time that I called him to see how he was doing. They had a room, and I said, "What did you do?" He said, "He's there cleaning." I go, "Oh, she's helping." And he said, "Yeah, Mom." Then come to find out, she never did it because we went to go to her room to watch her cats because she had to go to the hospital. And he walks in, bunch of trash on, sticking that out. And I'm all like, you know,
If he didn't sleep, what happens when there's trash in his car? What does he tell us to do?
To get us.
So does he allow us to leave a trash car? Okay, so why would he leave his room like that? And people love to defend someone they don't know. You literally don't know that. You don't know her. You've never met her in person. So why are you sitting here literally defending someone you've never talked to face? I've never had an issue with that girl. Until I've never had an issue with that girl until she started talking shit on me for no reason.
We never said anything. Like, she came to us. And the only reason.
No, she went online and started talking shit about Miss Raw.
She started my message is because I went and told her you better be like I know. And then she started saying all kinds of stuff about me. And then I said, and then I said something else.
I think it was the Backstreet Boys concert. I didn't even know I was going, and my brother said, "You want to go?" And I said, "Sure." So I get in the bathroom to get ready because obviously I need to get ready to go. And he was like, "What are you doing? We gotta go." So I get out. Here she is telling Space Kitten that I smell, lying. And I said, "I just got out of the bath. What the heck?" Like, this doesn't make sense.
And then I was gonna say something. She goes, "Yeah, I cheated on your son. So what?" And I go, "Oh, that you're the one that told on you also."
Well, she was lying, so.
I started laughing at that one.
She did. She lied. Everything she told Space Kitten, she lied about because Space Kitten told me. Space Kitten said you were right about her because Space Kitten sent me everything that she lied about and told me more stuff about her family. If I had another device, I could read you all the messages. Actually, I do have another device. Hold on. My laptop, I can connect it. Hotspot for a little bit. I think if it still has some charge. If not, I'll probably turn the car on and plug it in. I can go back to those messages. They're not gone. I will read them to you. Alexa, set a 5-minute timer.
Second timer, 5 minutes, starting now.
And I have to continuously get it. Just explain to them why you said it and apologize.
They probably already wanted in there and you're still continuing.
Because I'm sure you as long as you finally sit down and say you're sorry. You're not going to let these people tell you.
That's not let these people tell me what to do.
You're not. You're telling them. You're saying that nothing's not to apologize. You're listening to them.
I said I'm not going to. I didn't say they made me.
Obviously, you just said why. They made you because they're going to own stuff like that. They're doing it because of that. Not because they don't want to. It's worth I was gonna do something stupid. You know, because I thought it would make everyone happy. I just wanted to go be with my brother, that's all. I keep telling myself this is again. And you thought that.
Together, we hunt.
To me,
I need to stay hidden.
She's not. Just a second. My phone. Let me see if I can clutch. See the iPhone? You know, it's like why? He's right there. It's really see? Right there. I just had to go hard times, that's all. So for me, it's codes. Everybody and then the boss is crazy, some guy on the staff started. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess he told his mom that he said, I'm getting off, you need to move your stuff. He got mad. I guess the lady had her stuff. She didn't even try to get off. It was like, Baker's done. Like, what? He got into a confrontation. And it looked like a bomb's coverage. And he was gonna. And then I left the bus calls security. He's like, security's coming. He stopped, and then he was gonna wait, but then he's like, listen, I got on the bus. Yeah. Sorry, you guys, it wasn't complaining about my situation. To be honest with you, I am gonna say what it is, because people have been running with my friends, that's what it is, and it's other stuff too, and it's bothering me. Like, trying to get me isolated, fine, if that's the case, then maybe I should just go. You know, I'm so sick and tired of people not caring about anyone else. You know, it's hard. It just doesn't go away. It doesn't. So nobody knows what I have to go through days. You know, I have to listen to my brother dead in my head, you know? I feel like I'm running. Like, I feel like I'm back in the car. You know, I was doing okay, and then all day, I was like this all day. Okay. I didn't ask people to give. If they want to give, that's on them. No one called me. So they made fun of my dead relatives. Thank you for the gifts. And they also made fun of my dead sister, but no one wants to hold those people accountable. And it's always a problem when I respond the same way they responded to me, right? And especially saying they're going to dig up my dead sister and feed her to a dog. But then when I respond, it's an issue. Yeah, I'm sick of it already. I'm sick and tired.
being police about how I respond to people when they responded to me first. Because you don't see